Hello students, welcome to the course of Database Management System. We are learning about data warehousing. Today we are going to learn about architecture of data warehouse. We have seen the definition of data warehouse that it is doing collection of heterogeneous collection of different data sources organized under the unified schema. So these data sources are belongs to that organizations. These data sources will be maybe the application of any mobile phone or maybe the web applications. There are two approaches for constructing the data warehouse. One is top-down approach, another is bottom-up. So external sources as it belongs to the organizations. There is on these external sources, the control will be of the organizations of the, let us say, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. They are belongs to one company. Is their control is on these three applications, and these applications we can use through the web or we can use through mobile, and that data will get collected irrespective of the type of data. It may be structured data, that is RDBMS method, rows and columns. Then semi-structure, that is mixed type of data. Unstructured means it is also structured as well as semi-structured data. So stage area, since the data extracted from external sources that does not follow the particular format, and there is need to validate this data to load into the data warehouse. For this purpose, it is recommended to use the ETL tools. We have seen the load manager component of the data warehouse. So this load manager component is consist of these three tools: extraction, transform, and loading. So this data is extracted from the external data source. Data is transformed into suitable standard format, and data is loaded into the data warehouse after transforming into the standard format. As we have said one example, if date is not in suitable format, that date need to convert into the suitable format. Someone may have given date into the year, month, and date, but required date is into date, month, and year format. So such kind of example we can see as a data is transformed into the standard format. Here data warehouse architecture diagram is given, that is top to down approach. Initially S1, S2, S3 are the external sources, but the control on these sources is always of the organization. Nobody will having control other than organization. It belongs to the data warehouse, means external sources, data warehouse, all this stuff is belongs to the one organization that going to use this data warehouse. The staging area, analytical, extraction tools, transformation tools, and loading tools will be involved in this staging area, and data will get transformed to the data warehouse. The data warehouse will separate the data into the data marts. Data warehouse is actually consist of metadata, and original data will get stored into the data marts. For example, organization having different functions or different department: sales, marketing, and purchase. Purchase data will get stored into one particular data mart. Marketing data, original data will store into the another particular data mart, and so on. So how much data is stored in which data mart, that information will be stored into the data warehouse. And at the last, data mining will be done with the help of online analytical processing. There are data mining tools also. We will see in detail the tools and how the way the data will get access from the data warehouse. The queries are given on this data by the end user, particularly the higher authority of the organizations, because they have to make the decisions, future decisions about the organization. So why it is called as a top-down approach? Because once data will come into the data warehouse, then it will get divided into the data marts, that is separate functions of the organizations. Let us consider an organization having sales department, purchase department, and marketing department. Description is given about here data warehouse, that after cleansing of data, it is stored into the data warehouse. Cleansing means after doing the extraction, transformation, and loading, called as a cleansing of data. Cleansing means we can get quantitative information from this data as output. Then it is called as a cleansing of data need to be done in that ETL process. So it is stored into the data warehouse as a central repository. It actually stores the metadata, means how much data is stored in which data mart. That information we can say metadata. The actual data gets stored into the data marts. What is data mart? Data mart is part of the storage component. It stores the information, meaningful information of a particular function of the organization that which is handled by the single authority. This can be many number of data marts in the organization depend upon the functions. As we have seen that functions means example of organizations which involve the department sales, marketing and purchase. There may be many more departments in the organization. So one can also say that data mart contains subset of data stored into the data warehouse. Data mining is the process to access the data of data warehouse. The practice of analyzing such big data present into the data warehouse is called as a data mining. It is used to find out the hidden patterns that present into the database, and in the data warehouse with the help of algorithm can access the data. There is another approach before that, advantage of top-down approach. So from the data warehouse, data marts are to get created. This stuff is called as a top-down approach, and this data mart will provide the consistent dimensional view of the data mart. Dimensional view means meaningful information about the particular object or particular department. Also, this model is considered as the strongest model for the business changes. That's why the big organizations prefer to follow this approach. So this model is giving decision pattern to their higher authority to sustain their business into the competition. Hence, many organizations they are preferring to this model. Creating data mart from data warehouse is easy. There is another advantage. This advantage is that the cost and time taken in designing and maintenance this is one reason that this advantage of a top-down approach. Bottom-up approach, data will get from the external sources, and in staging area, extraction, transformation and loading will be done separately in the data marts. Let us consider these are the three different functions of the organization: sales, purchase and marketing. Then data will be gathered into the data warehouse. So this data transformation from data mart to the data warehouse, or loading data from data mart to the data warehouse, called as a bottom-up approach. Last stage is that data mining, called as do the analysis on the data of data warehouse, called as data mining. Advantage is given that first the data is extracted from the external source, then the data goes through the staging area as I explained, loaded into the data marts instead of the data warehouse, and then data marts are created first. Data mart created first and providing reporting capability, it adds to the single business area. So these data marts are then integrated into the data warehouse, called as a bottom-up approach. Advantages: as data marts are created first, so they report quickly to the generator. This organization will get quickly report as a data mart created first. We can accommodate more number of data marts here, and in this way the data warehouse can be extended. This scalability is provided by this bottom-up approach, that size of data warehouse need to be extended. Also, the cost and time taken in designing this model is low comparative to the top-down approach. Disadvantage is that this model is not strong as a top-down approach, as a dimensional view of data mart. Dimensional view of data mart is it is not able to give the descriptive information of the particular department, or descriptive trends of the particular department, how much sales is done, how much marketing is done. The quantity information is required to the authorities, senior authority of the organizations. That is not consistent here. So hence, this is the disadvantage in the bottom-up approach. So benefits of a data warehouse. The theoretical part need to understand the benefits. The data warehouse allows businesses quickly access the critical data from the sources at one place, that is data warehouse. This quickly access is one benefit. No need to go anywhere to find out the patterns. Data warehouse provides consistent information, means correct information on various cross-functional activities. Cross-functional activities means if two departments are working together for an event, then on that particular event the information need to find out. Let us consider the sales and purchase department working on one event. In that case, such information need to find out, and that should be consistent. So it is also supporting the ad hoc reporting, that is temporary and data or day-to-day time reporting. Queries also given to the database. Data warehouse helps to integrate many sources of data to reduce the stress on the production system. But we have seen that what is the integration, what is the source. Data warehouse helps to reduce the total turnaround time for the analysis. Turnaround time is time submission and time taken to complete the process, called as turnaround time for the analysis and reporting. Reconstructing and integration make it easier for a user to use for the reporting and analysis. Data warehouse allows user to access critical data from number of sources in single place. Therefore, it saves users time of retrieving data from multiple sources. For example, that nowadays we have railway reservation. They can access their employees can access different data at one place. A data warehouse stores large number of historical data. Hence, it helps to analyze the different time periods, trends, make future predictions. So different time periods, what was happened in 1960, 70, and so on. These are the benefits of data warehouse. Limitations of data warehouse. It is not an ideal option for unconstructed data. That is unstructured data. Data must be structured, actually in the suitable format. The creation and implementation of data warehouse is surely time consuming. Data warehouse can be outdated relatively quickly. Difficult to make changes in data types and ranges, data source schema, indexes and queries. But when data is going to load from different sources to the data warehouse, is there difficulty into the extraction, transformation and loading? In case of data types, ranges, data source schema, indexes and queries. Data warehouse may seem easy, but actually it is complicated for the average users. Despite best efforts at project management, data warehousing project scope will always, because project scope is also limitations. Sometimes warehouse users will develop different business rules. Organizations need to be spend a lot of their resources for training and implementation purpose. So next topic is online analytical processing.